えーこんにちは。はじめまして everyone. My name is Ken. Welcome to the Japanese 2 Fall 2022. So let me share my screen with you here. Right. First, like I say, it's a Japanese 2 elementary language 2. It's a 5 credit course. All right. So that means a lot of work, a lot of, well, easy work, I would say. All right. And here, um, my name is Chuzin Zen. You can call me Ken. Um, and like I say, this is a fully online course. So we will not meet physically in the campus, but we could meet in the Zoom with your office. Okay, so my office hours is by appointment only. So send me a message through the Canvas message or email, whichever you prefer. You can call me Ken, Dr. Zen, Dr. Ken, Ken Sensei, or Ken Hao or Professor Ken, whichever you prefer. I don't have a preference, whichever you want, right? And the textbooks are here, linked to will be used in the 3rd edition, all right, published in 2020. Similar, but page numbers different. They add some of the stuff and change a couple of wording in the workbooks, all right. So if you want to get a physical copy or digital copy, it doesn't matter. I personally like the physical copy, so workbook and textbook. All right, so those are the books we'll be using. And then it is important that to install the input method, the Japanese input method in your computer. If you have taken Japanese one with FIU, so you should know how to do so already. But you have not, then try to Google it and search it. You can. Most of the work will be typing using the Japanese method. Okay, and then I'll show you the important part of this switching input method during the lockdown browsers. Okay, so it's pretty easy, simple. Most of the operating system come with it already with the Japanese text input. All right, in the control panel for the Windows and the system preferences for the Mac OS. Okay, so that is the input method. If you still having trouble doing so, you can contact me, or like I say, Google is something you can do it. Now, for how to study this course, it's really no different than others, no, right? But we have we set up the course this way. You're going to do small tasks every day. Mostly if you study, the task can be done in 15 minutes, okay? 15, 20, sir, all right? And so study a little every day, right? If you review the lessons and materials, you're going to be success, all right? So you must complete the daily task and come up with questions. It's very important for language acquisition. Okay, so I also want you to try to understand the language, not just trying to pass the class. Okay, so that's the general expectation and I want from you. Okay, so again, differ from Japanese one. I will try to increase the speaking rate, and I mean the Nihongo Hanasu Renshu. Okay, so I would do so during the either in conversation, meeting, or whatever. Okay, so try to here. Let me introduce myself first. Okay. So 私はKen です。Alright. 台湾で生まれ、20代前半日本に住みました。Okay. そしてアメリカへ移民しました。I hold a PhD in theoretical linguistics and a MS in foreign language education. So, さて、あなたはRight, I want you to introduce yourself. You can write in English right now, or whatever. Just go to the Canvas discussion board and to write something. Drop a few lines to tell us about yourself, and that is that. Okay. Like I said, the course is well, we have about 16 weeks, all right, 4 months. All right, and we're going to cover only 5 lessons in 15 weeks, and the 16 is the final week. All right, so that means each lesson will last 3 weeks, and you can think it this way: week A and B and C. Okay, A, you're going to get engaged, study vocabulary and some of the repeating tasks for some words for the lesson. And the second week, or the B week, you're going to study more grammar, the percent together, exercise, like, Madomeno issue in the back of the book. All right, and then C, that's where you activate, you get some of the more heavy, more detailed study and see how much you have to do the previous 2 weeks. Okay, and the chapter tests are in the C weeks. Okay, but each week you do have a short small quiz, like I say, 15 minutes quiz. If you study Monday, Tuesday, or, Wednesday, whatever, then Friday you can do that quiz real quick and easily. Okay, that is the general setup for the course. Let me go to the canvas here. So you should be familiar with this page, okay? So you have a home that you can go to syllabus or go to modules. Modules, actually, I recommend you visit here often. This is pretty much what you will come every day, all right? In the syllabus here, you'll see general information, our learning objectives. So you're going to master the kanji, 72 of them, and more sort of the what you want to do, the information about textbook, and discussion board, final exam, and so on and so forth. Okay. General information, and then like here too, I was showing you earlier, you can do see here to set up your input methods is quite important, and the grading table. All right, so 15% for these daily exercises, the grammar exercise, and so on and so forth. Quizzes 10, and all that final, and the speaking exercise. This, all right, we will meet 5 times in this room, this Zoom for each speaking exercises, and then we'll meet one more in this final interview, and that is the table, and then later grade, you know the deal. So again, if you want the weekly schedule, go to modules. You should be able to see, all right, here got all the lesson lines up, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, then the final week. Okay, so you want to get started here, take a look at all these links here. And one of the most important is this one, how to switch the English to Japanese. And when you're using the lockdown browser for the exam, or only the exam and quiz, that those are in lockdown browser. So what you want to do is really, once you install it, you will see that down here at the, right, oops, disappear. Come on. Don't want to show me. Okay. All right. So you can see, as you can see there, I have 3 different input methods installed. Right here, you see that is the I have it under English, right? And once you do the Alt and Shift, you should switch to either you want Japanese or you want Chinese. Okay, let's say I stay in Japanese here, but you see there's a capital A. Okay, that means you're still inputting alphabet, which is the Romanji that you know. Okay, so that will still be only English. Okay, still only English. All right, what you want to do is Shift and Cap Lock. Okay, you do that, you switch to R, and there you can type R, E, U, L. Then you can do that. So let me recap here. So you have English. And once you switch to Japanese, you have 2 choices. Either input Romanji or input Hiragana. Okay, and this is for window, for me, is the Alt, LT, plus Shift to change from Japanese to English or vice versa. But when you under the Japanese, you do Shift, all right, Shift plus Cap Lock. That's for me, for window. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can use other different some different settings. It's all about your own setting. So whichever that you want to do, make sure that you do that. Because during the lockdown browser, you won't be able to see the desktop. You won't be able to see all these tool bars or whatever. So you have to switch it once, and then try to type something. Once you learn that, okay. No, that's under English. Go down to that. It's still under alphabet, and then Shift Lock again. You get I, U, L, and Hiragana. Okay, so that is one important skill that you need to learn and master. Okay, that, and once you do that, you can go to here, Lockdown browser, to practice. Okay, and you will require you download and install. Just follow the instruction, you will be able to do it. All right, now let's just focus on the module here. All right, so that is that. Some of the kanji that you learned before, and some of the video I will post here. All right, and then lesson 6, for example, you'll see your learning objectives. All right, some tasks that you want to do. Okay, what you can do, and each one of them, it will link you to each task as well. Oh, okay. And like I say, A and B, week number 2 and week number C, and then this week is where we meet for speaking exercise. Okay, and then you have a test on Friday. Okay, so that is the general lineup for the assignment. So you see 3 weeks here, and lesson 7, you similarly have a week 4, 5, and 6. So every 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15 is the speaking exercise and the exam. All right. So that is the idea. Let me know if you have any question. Feel free to send me a message here. Okay, Canvas inbox, and just send me anything. That's it. All right. So good luck, and I look forward to work with you guys. Have fun, my friend.